Good morning, St. Columbus. Many of us are familiar with Dr. King's sentence that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. He used it in several of his sermons and letters and essays. To give it some context, in one address, when he was speaking to the Southern Christian Leadership Conference in August of 1967, he said, "When our days become dreary, with low hovering clouds of despair, and when our nights become darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember that there is a creative force in this universe working to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. Let us realize the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice." What a remarkable word of hope in dark times. Dr. King's hope was based in the two principal elements of his theology, which are history and love. And by history, Dr. King understood that through his reading of Scripture and his knowledge of God, his faith in God, he knew that God has acted in history, acts in people's lives today, and will act in the future. And that is a bedrock principle of Dr. King's faith, that just as God heard the cry of the Hebrew people enslaved in Egypt and led Moses to lead them out of that slavery, so God hears our cry, raises up leaders, and acts through history in our lives. And as God has done it before, God will surely do it again. The other element of King's core theology is love. The strong love of Jesus that calls us to love friend and stranger and even enemy. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who abuse you. King knew that to love our enemies was not only the right thing to do, but that love is transformational for both the loved and the beloved. And out of this ethic of love came Dr. King's principal action of nonviolent resistance. King did not seek to overcome the evil and violence of racism with more evil and violence. He sought to overcome it with love. And time and again he returned to the mantra that the end is pre-existent in the means. Destructive means cannot bring about constructive ends. Through violence, you may murder a murderer, but you can't murder murder. Darkness cannot put out darkness. Only light can do that. Friends, as we observe Dr. King's day today, I commend to you that you find a way to sit and read some of Dr. King's writings or listen to him, his recordings, to take from his faith the strength and the knowledge that as God has acted in the past, so God shall act again, and take from King's writings the charge to love and to resist and to find the ways that you can participate in that love today. God bless you.